The long-anticipated cabinet reshuffle has begun in the United Kingdom in a move to revitalize the government. British Prime Minister has shaken up the senior ministerial team. Let's just begin with the new appointees here. The Foreign Secretary, Dominic Raab, has been demoted from his office. He has now been appointed as the Deputy Prime Minister, Secretary of Justice, and the Lord Chancellor, Dominic Raab, was holidaying on a Greek island at a time when the UK government was struggling to evacuate British nationals and Afghan staff from Afghanistan. He faced widespread criticism of his handling of the evacuation process. His demotion is being seen as a soft blow by politicians and citizens who were critical of Raab. Now, one of the big promotions in Boris Johnson's team is that of Elizabeth Truss. The International Trade Secretary has now been appointed as the Foreign Secretary, replacing Raab. Truss will now keep her role as Minister for Women and Equalities. The Tory member Michael Gove has been appointed as the new Housing Minister of the UK and has also been tasked to remove inequalities across the country. And with that, Rishi Sunak and Preeti Patel have retained their respective roles in the Boris government, but there have been some major firing too here. Former Education Secretary Gavin Williamson was the first one to go. Williamson came under fire over his handling of school closures and examinations during the COVID-19 pandemic. And taking to Twitter, the former Education Secretary said, and I'm quoting here, "It has been a privilege to serve as Education Secretary since 2019. Despite the challenges of the global pandemic, I'm particularly proud of the transformational reforms I've led in the post-16 education."
Appalling incident.
The second to leave the office was Robert Buckland, who was sacked as Justice Secretary and Lord Chancellor. Like Gavin Williamson, who was sacked as the Education Secretary today, Buckland was appointed in the position after Boris Johnson's election victory in 2019. And taking to Twitter, he said, I'm quoting again, "It has been an honor to serve in government for the last 7 years and as the Lord Chancellor for the last 2. I'm deeply proud of everything I have achieved." Meanwhile, the third casualty of the Boris Johnson reshuffle has been Housing Secretary Robert Jenrick. Jenrick's position has been precarious for some time now after he admitted that his decision to grant planning permission to a controversial development had been unlawful. And the last slain cabinet minister is the co-chairperson of the Conservative Party, Amanda Milling.
Hello there. Hi. Thank you very much. Nice to meet you.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.